It's time that we tasted the Grape-Cherry wine. Hi, my name is Hudson and this is my wife Mimi, and today we're going to be tasting the Grape-Cherry wine that I started about 2 weeks ago. When I first started it, I actually did try some, and the alcohol was a little hot. That means that, you know, it's a little more prominent than some of the other flavors, and that just means that the brew is really green. So we have to let it age a little bit, and usually after a week or two it kind of settles out. So Mimi's actually a really big fan of red wine.
Yeah, the drier the better.
The drier the better, and this is actually more on the dry side than the sweet side, so hopefully it won't offend her taste buds.
We'll see.
Oh, and by the way, I have a little label that I attached on here. It's not perfect, but it makes the bottle look a little better. Are you ready for this?
No.
Come on, I'm sure you'll like it a little more than you're thinking. Now this bottle is a little bit empty from what it was because I used some of it for cooking and I had a glass of it myself about a week ago, back when it was still pretty green. And yes, this is an old Tanqueray bottle that I cleaned out thoroughly. So go ahead and take a look at it. You see? What do you want to do first? Do you want to take a smell or do you want to take a look?
Oh, I've been smelling it.
Okay. So, swirling it around, it doesn't have any particles that I can see. Hold it up to the light. It's got nice legs on it. You can see the legs coming down in here. That means it's high in alcohol. Look at all those legs. It's about a 15.5 to a 14% red wine.
That's a strong smell too.
What do you smell?
I smell like sweetened cherries, like jam cherry.
Cherry jam.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Smells something more pungent, kind of like papaya almost.
You can see that.
All right. Ready for the taste?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. So the alcohol's not as hot as it was before. It's still there, you can tell, but there's a lot more flavors that are coming to the top than they were when it was very green. What do you think? What are you getting on the old palate there?
That's interesting because it has a high acidic content, so it makes my taste buds kind of like pop up. However, it doesn't have that like flavor punch in there.
Oh, okay.
It's nice and subtle, and it is dry, but not like that parching dryness that a lot of dry wines have.
So it's not very astringent, is what.
Yeah.
So the tannic value is a little low.
Yes, in some aspects.
That's fair. Now I did actually use store-bought red grapes for this. They were seedless. Usually I want the seeds in there for that tannic value, but I used parts of the stem, and I ground that up with the grapes, and I included that in the fermentation. So that's probably where most of the acidity and the astringency is coming from.
Probably. I'd eat this with blue cheese.
Blue cheese? That's a good little pairing there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to compare this to, say, like a $2 Chuck store-bought red wine, how does it compare?
I thought you were going to ask me to like a varietal. If I were to say if this was anywhere close to a wine, I'd say a Bordeaux.
Oh, a Bordeaux?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It would be like the ugly sister of a Bordeaux.
An ugly sister. I mean, that's fair. We did use juice. It was more of a higher-end juice, but we did use juice from this, so we didn't press our own grapes. So that's fair. I would say that's fair. Full-bodied, I would say. High alcohol content. It's more of like a cherry-esque flavor profile on the wine. But overall, I'd say not not a bad alcoholic beverage.
Mm-mm.
No, it's really pretty. It's got more of a Pinot Noir kind of color to it.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like kind of glossy.
Just not as dark.
Not as dark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've just had some Pinot Noirs that were really light.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's that then.
Mm.
I'm glad that it wasn't a failure. That's the number one thing. This is actually my first time making kind of like a wine-esque thing. I make mead mostly, mead and beer. So this was just kind of an experiment that I thought might be fun to try. And I'm really glad that it turned out kind of nice. You know, I would drink this regularly if I had like a, blue cheese, or I would even drink this with a burger. Like if I made a homemade burger, I would drink that with this.
With blue cheese.
With blue cheese. Remember to put blue cheese on that
Arugula.
burger. Well, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much, Mimi, for joining me on the tasting. And thank you. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.